Do you sometimes feel like that those Christians that you look up to and admire have received a special gift, some special something that you did not receive? Hello, I'm Clarence. I'm the preacher. Those Christians that we admire and look up to and we think of them as giants or good examples of Christianity do have something that others don't have. And I'm here to share that something with you right now. Now, the thing that they have is not a gift. It is not a special endowment, but rather what they have is a choice. They made a choice a long time ago. They determined that they would be the best that they could be. They would keep climbing on the upward way day by day, and they would keep pressing on, taking those baby steps year after year after year until they obtained that level of excellence. Now, I know that's not what most people want to hear. Most people want to hear the secret to some shortcut to spiritual excellence. But there is no shortcut to spiritual excellence. It doesn't exist. But if you'll think about it a moment, that's very exciting. That is very exciting because that puts your future in your control. If you want to make the same choice and put in the same effort, then you can reach the same level of spiritual excellence that everybody else has reached in our history. Or if you don't want to, you don't have to, but at least you don't have to sit around waiting for some special gift to fall out of heaven and make that possible for you. You have it in you right now. Now, again, I know it's not popular. I understand that. There's such a victim mentality in our culture today, and people would rather whine their way to success, which if that were possible, man, wouldn't people be successful already? There are people who just want to be the victim, and let's just be frank. These people need to grow up. They need to find the backbone. They need to find some kind of sustenance in their life, some support, some substance, something, and quit being babies. I mean, it's not doing them or anyone else any good whatsoever. So instead of looking for a special gift that's somehow going to propel them into the future of spiritual excellence, rocket them to the top, they need to pull up their boots and they need to suck it up and they need to go, okay, this is going to be hard, but I know I can do it. I'm going to stumble sometimes. I'm going to fall down 9. I'm going to get up 10. And if I have to stumble my way to the top, I will stumble my way to the top. I will fail my way to success. I will make mistakes. I will step the wrong direction. I will learn, and then I will step another direction. And I will keep doing it till I have done everything I can possibly do or my life ends. Now, that level of determination is what sets the mediocre apart from those that excel. Now, again, I know it's not popular. People want gifts, but don't be looking for a gift. There are no gifts. There are no special ways to spiritual excellence. I want you to think about the Corinthians for a moment. Then they had the gifts of the Holy Spirit. They had them there. They were just endowed and they could do all those things that we read about in the Bible. And yet you will not read of a more messed up church than the church at Corinth. Having the spiritual gifts did not propel them to spiritual excellence. It did not make them mature. They were just as dysfunctional and goofed up as you can imagine. Think of the 12 disciples. These guys walked with Jesus. Jesus endowed them with power to cast out demons and heal the sick. They got to spend hour after hour, day after day with Jesus, and yet Judas still betrayed Christ. So much for spiritual excellence there, right? And even Peter. Peter's awesome, but Peter, spiritual excellence? I don't know. Not at the beginning, at least. Because when he stepped out of the boat, he didn't get too far before he saw the waves and his faith failed and he sank. Or you can think of the 12 in general and when they would squabble about who's going to be the greatest in the kingdom of heaven. Where's their spiritual excellence there? I mean, they've been endowed with miraculous power. Well, why aren't they spiritually mature? Because spiritual maturity and spiritual excellence are not gifts. They are the result of experience, of trying hard, of being determined. And so Paul told the Corinthians in 1 Corinthians 9:27, Paul said, I discipline my body, I bring it in subjection, lest when I've taught others I myself should be disqualified. And Paul is one who worked miracles all over the place. And yet Paul still had to exercise self self-discipline. Now again, this is exciting if you can get your mind around it. That means that spiritual excellence, that excelling, is open to anybody who wants to put in the effort, anybody who wants to focus. Now, it won't be easy. Christ said, straight and narrow is the way, and few there be who find it. And unfortunately, most want to sit around and just wait for it to fall out of heaven and make the pathway broad and easy. The pathway is never going to be broad and easy. If we walk in the footsteps of Jesus, then we must pick up our cross and follow him. And that's not an easy pathway. And so, spiritual excellence, it comes from this relentless determination to present your body a living sacrifice day after day, to be transformed by the renewing of your mind. And the person who can get in there and make that choice and keep after it year after year after year will one day be one of those people that other Christians in their community look at and go, wow, he or she sure is an awesome Christian. I wish I could be that good. And when they reach that level, I promise you, the lazy and the whiny are going to sit around and go, well, yeah, but they were just born different. No, they got something special I don't have. And the lazy and the whiny cannot acknowledge all the hours and months and years and self-sacrifice that those that excel put into their discipline. They can't acknowledge that. Because once they acknowledge that, then they at the same time acknowledge that they're lazy. And people just won't do that. They just won't acknowledge that they're lazy. They would rather blame somebody else and pretend they're something other than take responsibility for their own life and take control and start moving forward. Hey, share your thoughts below. Share this video if you think it would help somebody else get their spiritual perspective right. And as always, I hope you have a great day.